Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. So this video is two things. It's a bit of a question to the people out there that consider themselves to be forever alone. It's therapeutic for me. Part of the reason why I've created this channel is to get things off my chest that, being a lonely person, I don't really get to express to other people, and when I do, people just kind of shrug me off and get on with their own lives, which I get, I understand. But it's also a bit of a story. So the question is, how many people out there seem to be invisible? In the sense that you could have a conversation with somebody, say there's three people involved, it's you, a friend, and this other person. You've been talking to this person, once a week for a month. All three of you in a conversation. And then on the fourth week, that person sees your friend, they acknowledge them, they talk to them, but when it comes to you, they really don't give a fuck, they don't acknowledge your existence. And it doesn't seem to matter what the context of the conversation is, it doesn't seem to matter what was said in that conversation. They just gravitate towards them, and they do not care for you. When it gets to that fourth week and they see you and you say hello, they have no fucking clue who you are. They have no fucking recollection of the conversation that you had. This is something that I've experienced a lot, and I apologise if I get quite animated in this video, if I get a little bit aggressive. This video may not show me in a very good light. I'm actually quite a nice person. I was raised by my mother and father to be the sort of person that if you were in a bad situation, you don't need to tell me about it. If I can see it, I'll do something to help you with it, So the story is this. It's going back to 2006. I've pretty much been holding this in for close to 10 years. We used to go to a pub in our town, and there was a particular guy there that used to play acoustic guitar. He'd play there quite often, knew the landlord, everybody who went there seemed to know him and love him. This guy was a cocaine addict. He had a history of stealing, and I could never really understand why these people gravitated towards him so much. This one particular night, me and my friend, we'd done the usual thing that we'd done. We'd gone to listen to some bands, we got drunk. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning by this point. We're walking across a local supermarket car park and he's walking in the other direction towards us. So we end up meeting. We start talking, and this guy has pissed away all of his money. He no longer has the money to get back home. He's stranded in our town, and he's either going to have to walk the streets all night, sleep on a bench, or hopefully find someone to give him a place to stay. Now I'd still got a little bit of money left, so towards the end of the conversation, because as I say, I'll do something to help somebody if I can, and a couple of weeks before I nearly ended up stranded 50 miles away from home, with no money and nothing waiting for me on the other end, so I can relate to how it feels. So basically, I gave this guy the last bit of the money that I had, and this was money that's supposed to last me for at least 2 weeks. So I gave him this money so he could get himself home, so he could sleep in his bed, so he didn't have to walk the streets. Next Friday, we're at the pub, we see this guy, me and my friend go over to him, start having a conversation with me. At no point during that conversation does he even acknowledge, and I don't mean like, when I help people I don't do it to plant a massive seed of friendship. I don't do it for anything in return. I do it for the love of helping people. That's how I was brought up. I would have at least liked to have had a hello, but it didn't come. And later on I went over to him to ask him, did you get home alright last week? Did you manage to get transport? And he just looked at me like, I have no fucking clue who you are, why are you talking to me? So I struck up the conversation. I asked him whether he got home alright. And I was about to say to him, I don't want that money back. As long as that helped you, that's fine. You don't have to pay me back. Before I could even get that sentence out, he just basically said to me, I'm not paying you any fucking money back. You are not getting anything back. This is a common thing that's happened to me over the years. It doesn't matter about the context of the conversation. You could say something really intelligent, your friend could say something completely stupid, yet they will still gravitate towards that person and completely ignore you. And it doesn't make any sense to me. How can so many people like this one person who is a cocaine addict, they're a thief, and they're a complete and utter cunt? You can do something to help somebody and they'll just be like, fuck you, I don't know you. I don't get it. Maybe this video has ended up being somewhat of a rant. On the inside I'm extremely angry about this. But I hope some of you out there can relate to this video. And I'll probably post some more along the way. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to go and have a bit of a vape, cool myself down a little bit. Cheers.